Hi and welcome, this is the Naked Hair Guy channel and I'm Chris, and on this channel we expose the tips and tricks of how to get the best out of your hairdressing career. On this week's video we're going to be looking at simple hair up. So whether you're new to doing hair up or whether you're somebody that simply tries to avoid them, this is going to be the simplest hair up for you. So before I move on to what we're going to need and how we're going to do this hair up, if you like the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of the other great videos coming up. So moving on, we are going to start with our model. As you can see, I have already blow dried my model. So again, the preparation behind any hair up is really important. And what I tend to find with people when they're doing hair up is they say that they can never get their hair up to look as nice or as neat or as structured as other people's. So it really is in the preparation of the hair up. That's the important base. So with the model, I wet it down, I put in some blow dry fluid, I dried it nice and straight, and I just quickly went over it with the straightening irons. So although I'm going to curl this, I have a nice clean base to start from and everything is going to be neat and tidy. Now, as far as equipment goes, I'm going to be using my straightening irons today. You could wet set it, you could use tongs, you could use natural curl if you want to as well by scrunching it. It really doesn't matter, you're just going to get a different effect depending on the different type of equipment you use to get that curl. I personally like the straightening irons. I'm going to be using a small straightening iron and a large straightening iron, and I'm going to be alternating the direction in which I curl the hair. And the reason that I do this is because it gives a much more natural looking curl to the hair. You end up with two different sizes of curl going through the hair, and by alternating the direction that you go as well, you get a lot more sort of fill to the hair. So it looks softer and it looks a lot more natural, and that's personally just how I like it. Like I said, this is a very nice simple hair up and I will do it step by step. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to blow dry it in and give a nice base to the hair, and then we're going to start curling. So again, what you'll notice first of all is that I'm taking nice clean sections. You can again take zigzag sections if you want to get a little bit more sort of differentiation in the layers, but I find that just taking nice straight sections works for me. Now, I don't think there's a person on the planet that hasn't seen how to curl with straightening irons. I think there are hundreds of videos on YouTube, so if you don't know how to do it, then by all means pop off, find one of those videos. But it is very simple. You simply put your straightening irons in, you rotate the straightening iron through the hair, and then you just gradually slide that through the hair, and as you slide it through the hair you keep turning the straightening iron. Now you'll notice the other thing is that I haven't put any hairspray on the section.
So the reason I'm not using any hairspray at this stage is because I want to keep the sections flexible and pliable, and I don't want too much stiffness. I tend to only use hairspray right at the end of the style as the client's leaving the salon, so that it sets it and holds it for them. Remember, I've already blow dried this with some blow dried fluid, so that will give me some heat protector and some hold. You'll also notice that I'm alternating between my large and my small straighteners, and I'm also alternating the direction in which I turn the straighteners, one way clockwise, one way anti-clockwise. And again, this gives me different size curls and a more natural flow and look to the hair.
So as you can see, I'm now left with a nice natural soft curl. Obviously, if you would like to use a tighter curl, you might want to wet set it or use smaller sections or a smaller tong. And if you do want to use hairspray to get more of a set, then that's fine. The next step is to start the hair up, and you're going to need a couple of things to do this. First thing you're going to need is some small elastics, some donuts. Okay, so just some hair pads. They come in different sizes. This is a very small one because I've got quite a small head block, and then medium, larger, and also you can double them up. You could have two people and do the same hairstyle on both people sat next to each other. And depending on the style of curl that you do and the size of hair pad you use and where you actually place the hair pad on the hair, you're going to basically have unlimited possibilities as far as doing this and various styles are concerned. As you can see, I've taken a section right in the center, a very small triangle, and I've secured that with a very small elastic. And now I'm going to put my hair pad on. At this stage, when you're trying to move the hair around, try and be as soft and as gentle as you can. You really don't want to disturb the curls and start breaking them up and making them go fly away and frizzy. So just section up as carefully as you can, put your elastic on, and then pop your hair pad where you want to position it. When you secure the hair pad, you're going to need to use a bobby pin. Place that straight through the hair pad until it hits the hair, and then push it up and then pop that down, and that's going to really lock the hair pad into position. You shouldn't really need to use a lot of pins. Again, I can remember my very first hair up, and I think I used over 100 pins to do the hair up, and it really was just an excessive amount to do that. But obviously I was a bit nervous and I didn't want it to fall down on the client. But over the years I've learned, really, if you secure it properly and well, you only need a few pins. So those pins go in, and now I've got a secure donut. It's where the fun begins, and I love doing hair up because it's not like doing a cut or a colour. If you make a mistake, you can simply take it down and go back, and there's no damage done. So sometimes, a little bit of practice, and this is what wedding trials or prom trials are for, but really you can't go wrong. So now you're going to take some nice large pins. You're going to open these up to quite a large V, and you're going to use these to pick up the hair and put into the pad. So you're not at this moment trying to secure it, you're simply trying to put it in place, and then you're going to go back through and use bobby pins to secure it. So simply pick up sections, twist, and put into the pad. And you just keep repeating this process. Now, as you're going along, you might actually see and think, okay, well, I like that. I'm going to stop. You might want it a half up, half down. But don't at this stage try and over secure it. Again, a lot of hair ups, they get too many pins going into them. They start to just look like one giant donut on the hair. So take your time. If you've got a mirror in front of you, use your mirror in front of you as well, and just put them. Now, I'm not pushing those pins in too far, so that if I want to at any point, I can still remove it and redo that section. And I'm trying to touch the hair as little as possible at this stage as well, so that I don't make the hair go too frizzy. Again, I might put some serum or some very light wax onto my hands, and again, this just means that as I do touch the hair, it's just going to smooth the hair down rather than making it go fly away or frizzy. So we're going to carry on. Now I've got a very rough shape to my hair up, and again, use your mirror in front of you just to check that you've got balance. Doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical, but some balance would be good. Now we're going to go in with some bobby pins, and we're basically going to really secure what we've done, and if we need to tighten up any particular areas, then we can tighten them up by pushing these into the hair and really securing it. Okay, and there we have it. Really, just take your time, use the large pins to put the hair into place and just hold it. Then once you've checked in the mirror and you've had a walk around it and you like it, then secure it with the bobby pins. And sometimes you need to take the large pins out, sometimes you can just push them further in. If you don't like it, you've got the large pins, you can simply take them out and redress it. Just don't overwork the section so that it doesn't go fluffy and fly away. And like I said, put some wax or some serum onto your hands, and this again will just help with it. And just be gentle and let the curls really do what they want to do, but in a structured sort of way. So you can see here that obviously everything is focused nice and softly around this back, and as the evening went on, small pieces would drop out and the curl would just gradually drop, and it would just give her a very nice, natural, simple hair up. You could put a tiara in the front, you could put some diamantes and some crystals through it, you could put a veil in the back. It really just depends on what you want to do. It's limitless, really. You could do it lower down, you could do it all over to one side, you could do it higher up. It really is just the most multifunctional hair up you can possibly do. And I challenge anybody, it is very, very simple. Just take your time, don't get flustered, and enjoy the process. I find it quite therapeutic, sort of just doing it. And if I get it wrong, like I said, it's just like a jigsaw. You just take that piece out and redo it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and in the comments below leave me any comments on anything you've enjoyed or any future videos you'd like me to do. So I shall see you next time.